Gabbie Hanna leaves social media and Trisha Paytas calls her out, and Bretman Rock reveals he's being watched. Welcome to Reality, a segment where we report on multiple stories in a single video. Before I get into the stories, I just want to put out a disclaimer. Please do not send any hate to Gabbie Hanna, Trisha Paytas, Bretman Rock, or anyone else mentioned in these stories. This video is simply meant to report on the news. On July 1st, Gabbie Hanna deleted her Instagram and Twitter accounts. Her YouTube channels and podcasts were not deleted. Leading up to this, Gabby made several shocking posts and had a meltdown in a video. On June 14th, Gabby posted an hour-long video claiming she was shadow banned on YouTube. She summarized the situation in a tweet. "I have 6 years of content, videos with tens of millions of views, music videos, a podcast, viral vines, countless collabs and interviews on other channels, but when you watch me or search me, one of the top recommended videos is a month-old hate video with 75k views. Okay, makes sense." Someone replied, "Sis, the algorithm gives you results based on what you've been watching. Looks like you just told on yourself." Gabby replied, "I have drama channels all hidden and do not recommend. I do not watch them because they give me panic attacks. I am the last person who should get served because I do not watch them." Some people said their search results were working normally. Gabby later tweeted, "I'm seeing a lot of people saying their search results are all my videos. That started happening hours after I started tweeting. Trust me, a lot of people on my end have been monitoring it closely, but it's a new development." On June 22nd, Gabbie Hanna seemed to have a meltdown during her podcast. She called out a drama channel for mocking her mental health and shared an angry message to all drama channels.
Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? To have the audacity to question somebody's mental health and mock them while they're having an emotional breakdown because of what you did? You narcissistic abuser piece of shit. All of them. They're narcissistic abusers. They're selfish. They push people to their edge. And when they dare show an ounce of human emotion, this is how they respond. You're losing it. You're manipulating. You're playing the victim. Fuck you. All of these people for what they've done to me. And for them to be tweeting right now, "I'm playing the victim," I am the victim.
Gabby hinted that she had dirt on drama channels, but she doesn't want to expose screenshots of their DMs because she's an adult. Instead, she called them bullies.
These are bullies. These are high school bullies. And they want to come at me and say, "You're 29 years old, how you're acting?" Fuck you. You're in your 30s. Almost all of you attacking me.
When Gabby spoke about bullies, she switched the conversation and spoke angrily about Jessie Smiles. Gabby said Jessie ghosted social media for 5 months and decided to make a video mentioning Gabby's name when Gabby was promoting her new EP, Bad Karma. Gabby said the same thing she said about drama channels to Jessie Smiles.
"You are narcissistic abusers, and you have been for 6 years, Jessie Smiles. You guys have no idea what I've been dealing with behind the scenes for 6 years."
Gabby said people called her a master manipulator for DMing fans about the Jessie Smiles drama in 2019. Gabby said she's not a manipulator, she was simply disproving false information. Later in the podcast, Gabby spoke about drama channels again and called them toxic and abusive. While criticizing them, Gabby started singing her song.
Like, all of these things that people have been saying about me is literally them. And that is what toxic, abusive people do, is they will deflect onto you as hard as you can. Point the finger, pull the trigger, throw them off your trail, you'll get yours eventually. Straight up, everybody, go back and listen to Glass House again with context.
Near the end of her podcast, Gabby also made a shocking statement about her book, Adultolescence.
But the fact that it sells $40,000 a month consistently over the last 3 years shows that my book has so far superseded myself and my own internet audience.
The book carries its own weight and people buy the book.
It's a part of school curriculums. Like, for real.
For real?
Yeah, so many teachers reach out to me and show me I use this in class.
Some people laughed at Gabby's claim about her book being used in school curriculums. Others were not impressed with her writing and shared excerpts from her book. Can we talk about how bad her poetry book is? Because what the It's still on sale for $12.99. How does she sleep at night? Here are some of the excerpts that were shared. Iron. When I was young, my mom used to check if the iron was hot by touching it. And I don't know, I just feel like there's a metaphor in there somewhere. relative. Time is relative. Beauty is relative. Family is relatives. O positive. I donated blood today. Feels good to finally be somebody's type. Concealer. I wear makeup because I have acne. I have acne because I wear makeup. On June 26th, Gabby spoke about her safety. I'm saying this again publicly out of fear. If something happens to me, my loved ones, it's not an accident. For context, in Gabby's podcast, she hinted that there may be something dark going on behind the scenes. Even though she didn't go into detail, she said she felt scared to even mention it and compared the situation to Bob Lazar's career.
You guys have no idea how dark this is and how deep this goes and what's going on behind the scenes and the major players that nobody's looking at right now who are manipulating other channels. Even just hinting that there might be something going on, I'm afraid for my life. And I'm saying publicly right now, if something happens to me or another big YouTuber, it's not a mistake. It's not an accident. Remember Bob Lazar when he was being threatened by the government?
On July 2nd, Trisha Paytas spoke about Gabbie Hanna's podcast in a series of Instagram stories. Trisha said Gabby's podcast was hard to watch and her behavior was scary. Trisha said Gabby should take down her podcast.
This should be taken down because this is very scary. She's yelling into a microphone on a podcast. It's extremely manic, aggressive, and she's going to be a danger to herself because she's not handling something that seems that's manageable.
Trisha said drama channels aren't directly in Gabby's life and she doesn't know them personally. She said some drama channel videos aren't necessary, but some are because it holds Gabby accountable. Trisha gave advice about being an influencer on social media.
Like I said, guys, the internet is not a place for the faint of heart. People will call you out on your bullshit. People will make up lies about you. And if you just stay true to you, just keep doing who you are, you can win. Social media can be fun, but you have to be mentally strong, have a good support system.
Trisha called out Gabby for saying she didn't need to make a video showing DMs of screenshots to expose people.
Making a video with screenshots, text messages, and DMs. So again, I know she's going through a mental breakdown, but this is also just bold-faced lies.
Trisha theorized that Gabby deleted her Twitter and Instagram accounts on July 1st because people found proof that Gabby hung out with Curtis Lepore, the man who Jessie Smiles. You may remember Gabby denying that she hung out with Curtis in the past. For context, YouTuber Def Noodles broke the news on Twitter when he tweeted evidence of Curtis and Gabby in a photo together. The photo was posted in June 2015, 1 year after Jessie Smiles shared her story publicly with TMZ. It's unclear what the context behind the photo is, but according to Def Noodles, Gabby deleted her Twitter and Instagram accounts a few hours after he posted the photo. Overall, it seems Gabby really needed the social media break after having a meltdown in her podcast. While the timing may seem strange because the photo was leaked, we can only wait to hear her side of the story if she decides to return to social media. For now, it's important to remember no matter how much you dislike someone, it's never okay to bully them or send them threats. What did you think of Gabby's podcast? On July 15th, Bretman Rock made an angry video message for his neighbor. Here's the video.
So, as you guys know, my neighbor hates me. I hate you too! And I don't know why she hates me. So, I just recently found out a couple months ago that this put cameras pointed in my room. Right there. I can't help but wonder, like, does this think I'm gonna do something? Cause now I am. My house.
In the caption of the video, he wrote, "This been harassing me since I moved here, and my HOA don't do nothing about it but harass me as well. So I figured, f it, why am I letting these bully me and discriminate me? I have the time today, and enjoy my nudes. While we don't know the full story between Bretman and his neighbor, many can agree that the placement of his neighbor's camera was not right. This is an invasion of privacy. In Hawaii, where Bretman lives, invasion of privacy is a crime. In fact, according to the Hawaiian state constitution, a person commits the offense of violation of privacy in the second degree if, except in the execution of a public duty or as authorized by the law, the person intentionally installs or uses outside a private place any device for hearing, recording, amplifying, or broadcasting sounds originating in that place which would not ordinarily be audible or comprehensible outside without the consent of the person or persons entitled to privacy therein. It's unclear if the neighbor's intention was to film the side of the house, but you can see why Bretman is angry because it overlooks his property and seems to be pointing directly at his window. What would you do if you were in Bretman's shoes? Have you ever had this problem with your neighbor? What did you think about these stories? Let me know in the comments below.